Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about Gotham Knights and what Gotham Knights needs to change in order to at least try to improve themselves within the next 4 months before release, or at least from our perspective, from the fans that have been looking at the trailers and stuff, what they can change. So go ahead and tell me in the comments below what you think they can change, and go ahead and drop a like while you're down there as well. My last video got 500 likes somehow. I asked and somehow I received, so let's try to get like 300 likes. I don't know how good the Gotham Knights videos will do, but we'll see. So the first one that I think they need to change, the first topic that we need to just dive into real quick, is the marketing. The marketing is flat out trash. It's ass, bro. This is a double stuffed ass. That's how bad the marketing is, okay? Down to Batman dying, like the fact that they're so proud that Batman's dead, almost like they earned the fact that Batman died or something. Like I don't understand the whole concept behind that. Like, I understand them trying to hype us up, like, yeah, there's no Batman in this game. It's only the Bat family. But at the same time, does that really make you guys hyped? Like, realistically, does that make you hyped that Batman's not in a Bat family game? Because that just sounds like more discouraging than anything else, realistically. Like, I'm happy they're taking chances and taking leaps like that, but there were probably a lot better ways that you could have done it without just flat out killing Batman, who was presumably, most likely, really dead, assuming to them. So they have to keep their word too, and that's another thing, is that if they don't, come on. Like, what was the point of even just marketing all that then? You know, I'm just saying. Also, the lack of proper info as well. Like, there's just, like, we know barely any villains of the game. Like, we don't know who we're really fighting besides the Court of Owls and Mr. Freeze. For all we know, that's the only characters that are in the game. Like, we had hints at Two-Face. We have these random-ass teases from before the game was even officially, like, announced, before we even had a name. And they never did anything with any of these logos. None of them. Like, they're just, poof, gone. They've disappeared. And that's like the basis of most of their marketing. They do something, they're gone. They do something, they're gone. And it's like, holy shit, the lackluster trailers aren't enough to hold us over. The Batgirl trailer, that held us over in my opinion. But if you watch one of my other videos, I don't think that was real gameplay of what the game is representative of right now. So what I think the game is representative of right now is the Nightwing gameplay, the Red Hood gameplay, you know, that type of gameplay. And in my opinion, that combat flow looks wonky. It looks weird, you know? Nightwing flipping around everywhere, doing backflips, and it's Nightwing, right? That's cool. But like, it just doesn't look like it flows good. And I know there's a difference between playing it and feeling it and looking at it and feeling it. Completely understand. But I think a lot of people can look at the Avengers gameplay and say, that looks like that feels janky as shit. And if you play that, it does kind of feel janky as shit. There's smooth moments. Yeah, they let you kind of do stuff with the combat. But realistically, that feels and looks janky as fuck. So Gotham Knights can most likely have that opposite, case, right? I genuinely hope it feels like the opposite. But when you look at how certain games flow, this game doesn't look like it flows that well. And you know, the whole Red Hood thing with the non-lethal rounds, but the armor penetrating rounds, it's like, huh? It's just really funny. And overall, that whole combat flow of him just shooting looks like it's fun, maybe. Like, that made me look like that might be like something that flows well. It reminded me of Arkham Knight. But also, looks pretty cheap, looks pretty fucking weird, and feels like it's clunky when he starts punching people as well, which is, I guess, not his strong suit. His strong suit shooting people. So, you know, they might all have strong suits, they might all have very weak, you know, moments in gameplay in the way they flow in the combat. But right now, the combat flow looks, I think a lot of people can agree, the last trailer didn't give a lot of people hope. And I really hope that they kind of come out and not explain the combat, but like they actually did this thing where they showed like strike one, precision strike, or something like that. And like you see like the different types of names that they actually have. So they're showing like a little bit more in-depth stuff in a way, but they haven't told us exactly like what it actually might feel like. And like we don't really know how they feel. We just know that, oh, this character is more acrobatic and this character is more of a gunslinger. That's basically all we know. And while they're like kind of telling us what the characters do, they're also telling us stuff about the story that we should probably be seeing. You know, they're saying, oh, the characters, the Knights have such a dynamic. They feel like they're been together forever and whatnot. You know, they have different feelings towards Bruce's death. But we haven't gotten any of that. Like, I feel like that's not a spoiler if you're already going to spoil the fact that Batman's dead in this game, right? You already spoiled one of the biggest plot lines in the game. What is so different than showing like some of the characters interacting and actually having legitimate dialogue in cutscenes? Because we haven't gotten any of that. We get that from games a lot of the time, but it feels like they're so scared to show it. And the only moment that we had between Gotham Knights characters is this little wonky one between Jason and Nightwing. And when you actually hear about how they actually did the dialogue, each Gotham Knights member is going to have a different piece of dialogue for each character. So when Nightwing walks up to Jason Todd, you could also do that, I'm pretty sure, with Batgirl. I think is what they're trying to at least show there. They could have obviously shown us that and been like, oh, this is a different cutscene with Batgirl, but I digress. So let's say Batgirl walks up to him. It kind of explains why in certain moments Jason Todd pauses for a second and like has to think about what he says. And I even said that back when I was actually reacting and like reviewing the trailer. I was like, it feels like they pause and there's kind of like this weird moment. And I think that might be the case because they actually all have different dialogue. So there's going to be very wonky and maybe even awkward moments where the characters just stop and wait for dialogue that's not there because another character was saying dialogue. You know what I mean? So there's things that I'm worried about. There's things that I think need to be changed. Like 4 months for marketing. Like, I don't think a lot of people even know. The game comes out in 4 months exactly. It is June 25th. So the game comes out October 25th. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not necessarily like super hyped about this game. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play it and see what it feels like. Like, I can't wait to see what this game is in terms of like the opposite ends of the spectrum, because it could be really, really good, or it could be really, really bad, or it could be super mid. But there's no like, I don't feel like there's going to be any 8 out of 10s or any fucking like, you know, like 4 out of 10s. I feel like there's going to be a 5 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, or a fucking 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see what happens when this game comes out. I can't wait to feel it. And I want to know your guys' opinions as well. Tell me in the comments below. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the future very, very soon. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.